Thanks for staying with us. So the political crisis rocking Rivers State House of Assembly took a new turn as 27 out of 31 lawmakers in the State House defected to APC. According to reports, the defected lawmakers cited divisions within the PDP as reason for their defection. Now, what are your thoughts on this? Because it seems to many that they are following Wike. Now, the Honorable Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, he's still in PDP. People are saying that he may be fueling some of this crisis. Others are suggesting that this might be a possible impeachment threat to the current governor. What are your own general thoughts? I mean, let's just, before we hear officially from the Hurricane Wike and others on this matter, we'd like to hear Nigerians' views. What are your own views on this defection? And the worry that Nigerians always say that all the APC, PDP, they're all the same thing.
Abi.
They're all just shuffling and shuffling. There's no real ideology to any party. What are your thoughts? Call us on 081-076-41679, 090-241-63440. Tweet us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YoVTVC so we can read your tweets. Wike.
Me, I've been watching them. And the reason the lawmakers are giving for leaving PDP is because they don't care about us. The party doesn't care about us. You know, when they burnt the assembly, we didn't even hear from anybody. We didn't hear. They didn't call us. They didn't come and
Mr. Ritz.
They didn't come and imagine. My life was in danger. This is, I've forgotten his name. Imagine my life was in danger. They didn't come and call me. They didn't say anything. Then, so there are 32 law members. One died last week. Oh. The one that died now makes them 31. Then out of that 31, 27 left PDP to join APC. Now, PDP, they have now gone to court. No, they have gone to INEC. The INEC should remove them and do fresh election. Do fresh election. That they are no more representing them. So now we are waiting for INEC to reply. Okay. If they are going to do fresh election, to bring new PDP members, or we are going to be stuck with the APC members in Rivers State.
What is it? The House of Assembly will not be.
Me, I have a conspiracy theory on this.
What's your own conspiracy?
So, we've been there before. The law requires that your party must have a crisis for you to legitimately defect and go to another party. And so when there's a crisis, you can validly defect. If they go to any court, the court will say there was a crisis and you needed a new platform, party platform. Because in our electoral act, the parties are the ones who win the elected positions, not individuals. So for you to go as an individual, Ile must be upside down. There must be yam pepper scatter at home. And the minister, who is now like the godfather of Rivers State politics, had to get his ministerial appointment under a different party. Maybe with an agreement that, don't worry, the whole state will follow me. And without a crisis, they cannot validly follow him. If anybody goes to court, we have the precedents to show that they will lose their offices, their positions to the parties, and if they won on the platform of the PDP. So they caused a crisis. I believe it was a man-made crisis. Yes.
What's the crisis?
I'm coming there. Where the governor was supposedly attacked by the police and the internal district because of the speaker. And then they went to the house of the speaker, some other boys, thugs, and went to go and break wall, and that one thought his life was at risk. And so now the crisis refused to end, even though they have waded in. It just didn't end until these 27 lawmakers yesterday decided to do dance, azonto, and all of that for us with their 27 defection capacity. By evening yesterday, the PDP and the SDP lawmakers, their members, and APC members within the state then claimed that they were also defecting to the PDP in retaliation to the 27 lawmakers who defected to the APC. I was like, this script writing, it's like I can write this film by myself. That's the way I saw it at home, that this conspiracy, just to legitimize the defections, nothing more. So while you are worried, leave them, everything will be all right. Last, it's the governor that will now join last before the minister. That's where I see it. Nothing is happening.
So you believe that the governor will join?
Well. Yes,
We
governor
want to
eventually
scatter the ground first.
Yes, scatter the ground, let them go legitimately. These are the people who will claim to impeach him. When governors see that they have gone and he's legitimized, governor himself will not be like, I'm holding PDP here. PDP will not rally around him. Eventually, the governor will say, let me not be out of my people. They are my people. He will join. It would have been legitimized.
You know, this is us. These are all conspiracy theories. The fact is, the former governor of Rivers State, Wike, has said that it is the current governor is importing crisis for himself within the state. He said he is not worried because he is a politician and he knows other states are suffering because of debt. So he was quoting that he doesn't like ingrates, was his voice. Let me tell you, I don't like ingrates. I can't stand it. What is happening now in Rivers is what Odili said in his book. Give a man power and money, then you will know the person. If you don't give a man power and money, you won't know the person. He said he's not worried, that he left projects for him to commission so he would showcase during his 100 days. Then politics came in. And God that gives power on a platter of gold where there is no crisis. The federal government is not fighting him. Nobody at home is fighting him. He is the one trying to create crisis for himself. That's according to Governor Wike, who is the immediate past governor of Rivers State, who people are alleging is the reason for this crisis. And he gave this interview based on people asking him what his part was. People don't just wake up and say, the governor is being attacked. The governor doesn't wake up and say he's being attacked for nothing. The state assembly wouldn't just decamp for nothing. This is all man-made crisis, like Nima said. What the objective is might differ, but it is purely man-made, purely political, and highly unnecessary. And I think that people of Rivers State need to speak up for themselves. Because while they are playing politics, people's projects, the development that the citizens are hoping to achieve will not happen. Because right now, from one party to the other, it is politics. How are the assembly able to carry out oversight function on the health situation, on the roads, on the infrastructural development that is expected within the state? They cannot do it because they are busy going from one party to another party.
Guess what? The governor just did the budget. Just sent a budget of renewed hope. They say that one is paper. Nobody's looking at budget right now.
They're playing politics.
Hey.
But you see, it's quite disturbing for me because, you know, we're trying to get young people to believe in government, to believe in the processes, to believe in the system. And when they see stuff like this, it's very, very unattractive for a young person to want to get involved in politics because the truth is that young people are the future of this country. And we must set, people must be intentional about setting political standards for young people, where you have political legacies. I mean, one thing I like, you can fault fire or shade from here to tomorrow. The man will say, I might spark for my people in PDP, but for me to leave my party to APC, forget about it. He will stay where he is because that's who he is. Very, very principled man. There are not a lot of principled politicians in this country where, come rain or shine, they stay put where they are. These are just career politicians. It's only where they're able to move around because it's not about policies, it's not about principles, it's not about vision.
It's not about their people.
Case in question.
Most important, it's not about their people.
Case in question, let me put up a defense for Wike. The PDP, do they deserve the Wike strategy?
Let me pause you for a second. The reason why I'll pause you is because my brother, my oldest brother, he's a fan of Raiders. I can't remember which states, with one football, American football, Raiders. And he's been supporting them for years. While I was living in the US, many years, and he never misses their games. When they goof, when they win, he's there. And you'll be thinking, these guys are losers. They've been losing for years. Why are you still following these guys? Till tomorrow, if you enter his house, everywhere is Raiders. He buys all his merchandise is Raiders. His kids have grown up to love
loyalty.
Even his basketball, everybody goes around the world for this various team. And this is one when they the point is there will be times even if your party is failing, even if things are horrible right now for PDP or whichever party, it's the ideology of why you joined them in the first place. That should hold you and stand. That shows integrity.
You know, because you quoted Fayose.
Loyalty.
Wike, any suru, morals, get patience, any suru. This is not a case of this is not a case of your party failing. This is your party betraying.
No,
Wike print. Wait, so details are out there.
1 second, Nima.
Wike printed buses and attended a primary, and before his eyes, saw magic play out. Do you think that his leg walk comfortably back home? He went on the paper. He started to pay press men. I've not seen a governor that paid for press coverage like Wike. Everyday press briefing. 4 at least of the most national, most top-line news agencies.
Why can't you fix your party? Why must you that?
If the party refuses to be fixed, party brought in Atiku and planted him on Wike, ran a primaries where Tambuwa on that day said, I'm dropping my ambition for Atiku, and Wike open mouth drop. This is the party that everybody in the country knew was failing. Atiku was somewhere outside the country. Wike held that party, funded that party single-handedly for that whole term before the last administration.
Wait, Nima, where are you going now? See, let's not go to
PDP. Don't mind Nima.
This one is right now. That governor that is there, it is Wike that put him. Is it you that put him there? It is Wike's person.
Yeah.
But now because he didn't do Wike's bidding, so that's all
Wike we all love now.
Let me talk about
he said, listen. He says the minister was responding to questions as to whether or not he masterminded the impeachment moves against the governor, and he says Fubara should have confronted him on the issue rather than send people to burn the hallowed chambers. He said, if they are impeaching you, why did you call me? Assuming I'm the one who plotted it, did you say, sir, they want to impeach me? Come on. You have loaded it.
Let me let's talk about jumping the Wike for a second.
Over
everybody.
The governor. And that one, Tokpe, when the power enters his hand, when he entered the seat of power, he do like this.
He changed.
Power be this.
Now
power be this.
Power be this.
No. So there are many things.
Excellent.
So my own problem is, this is what the politicians are doing in our lives.
And for me, it's not really about the politics. I'm not interested in their politics. My own is living a legacy for young people. We want them to participate in politics. I can't be seeing this and be interested in politics. It's really disheartening. Come on, jump. Come on.
So I was going to...
I agree with you. Today we are on the same page.
I was going to, on the lighter note, talk about
Mama.
how my husband's Arsenal shirt generated conversation in Singapore where somebody was saying, is Mr. Mark, because he has his name at the back, you are supporting Arsenal? Why? I said, yeah. You can imagine my heartbreak. He said, so why are you still supporting Arsenal? I said, it's always heartbreaking. So this Sunday, there was a match. Or Sunday, he called me, said he's watching him, and I say, oh, Bele, I feel for you. And indeed, I felt for him. But it's about being loyal. We've had perpetual crisis in Rivers State once the power is moving from one person to the other. Leaders in Nigeria tend to be very, very... political leaders, when they step out of power, don't understand how to relinquish power to the next person. We don't know how to hand over power to the next person. So when somebody has said the state has a new governor, why would the previous governor be submitting list of commissioners, submitting list of projects and who they should be giving the projects to? We've heard several stories of how governors have left office, but essentially every contract is still going through their own person. They're getting kickback. Their demands of amount of money that should be paid to them is wrong. And we can't evade that there must be some form of power play. So Wike is accusing on national television to print paper that a sitting governor in a state is an ingrate.
Imagine!
You know, like, and you have stepped out of the place. You are desecrating what's the word?
Someone just sent me a text.
The position of governor in your state. Oburugo is very bad because we've seen other states that you might not be happy with what is going on, but when you ask the person that left, the person say, I'm supporting the way I can support. I am writing letters, I'm sending messages to support the person. But for you to openly come out and talk down on the governor of your state, you are not supporting your state. Your people will, no matter how the good things you've done in that state, you are watering down your legacy by playing party politics.
Reverse politics has never been about people. It has always been about the big man. From Amechi, from Odili to Amechi to Wike, it's always been about the big man. Now, who big pass now we they talk about? Yes.
Now, Amechi, in his own time, he did the same. Now, they have turned him to toothless bulldog.
He's now the righteous one. He's the one that is now preaching, calling out what is bad. And it's just sad. And we know all the ideals. But me, I'm not even bothered about the politics between Wike and Fubara. I know that maybe they themselves in my conspiracy plan are just defecting.
Yeah, they're still
Are
coming.
just legitimizing defection. All of them. There's no really problem. But
No, I
you know, it's the
believe
person
Wike-
that have chest to chest it.
I'll be very
that will
shocked
start it.
if Wike
But
changes
if you now put Wike's issue on against the PDP as an issue, then you didn't know the history of why Wike ended up where he is, why he had to do what he did. There was supposed to be a South-South ticket in the PDP.
We understand
And then
that.
they
Well,
played
this
the
time
game.
when we took the story.
And he worked hard for years towards it. And then you people now suddenly smart up and do the northern ticket.
Nima,
Of course,
that one we
what
have-
you see is
These are
what you
issues
get.
Well,
that
that's
can be
a-
resolved within the party.
See,
These are
that
party
is
issues that can be
that's
resolved.
even a federal.
Has it been
that's-
resolved?
No, that's a
No, it
federal
hasn't
issue.
been.
Let's not mix issues together because it will cause confusion to those that are trying to understand what's happening in their states. And it's sad that nobody from Rivers State has called. It is a political issue. While the politics is going on, the citizens are not getting governance. Nobody is checking on what is happening to the citizens. What is happening in the Ministry of Education? What is happening in the Ministry of Health? What is happening in the Ministry of Labour? What is happening in the Ministry of Roads? What is happening in all of Rivers State while Rivers State's House of Assembly people are decamping to APC? Budget is not being passed. We are not talking about governance anymore. We're talking about partisan politics when there is crisis in this country. So for me, it is
Let's
not a
even talk
federal
about
issue.
the states. Let's
It
talk
is-
about Rivers
Let me
State.
just understand. It is within the state issue. The issue now is somebody who has stepped out of being a governor. The former governor feels like the new governor is not loyal to him, and there is yam pepper scatter
I see, I don't
within
even
the
see-
state.
Right, please, let me
go
say
ahead.
this. So let's talk about the state. This happened in Edo State in the last administration where the governor refused to, what's it called? Swear in the house.
Yeah.
Open the house, there's a word for, swearing in the lawmakers, declaring the house open or something that the governor had to do. But in Rivers State, how dare the governor that is having crisis with their godfather, all of them godfather, withhold emolument for lawmakers? What are you playing? Is it politics like that? That's what they play. It means that some of you us are not really politicians. You come into a state, you are in crisis. You now owe 27 lawmakers money.
They said they held their own.
And they have that issue on ground. Lawmakers did not get emolument for last month. Some of the crisis on ground in Rivers State. The governor must play the politics that brought him into office. Politics of the man of God that being a godfather.
What?
Just saying.
I don't know.
Play your politics till you're secure enough. One time more, why is it Kini Kobere, Kokin Wo Ikuto Pababe. I bought this. Yes,
Someone
you're
sent
not
me a
meant
text.
to fight
You have not
in
reached
battle.
so- have
Said, don't
swords.
mind
Don't
these
ask of
politicians. They are all alawadas. PDP,
Comedians.
all of them, same
Very
people.
caring.
They are just, look,
But I have to wrap up. I think for me, as I said, I don't really care about the
Their salaries were not
politics
withheld.
or
They're looking for gross
because politics in itself is a game where people, if you know how to play the game, you play the game. But I just feel that in all you're doing, you must understand that there are people watching you. There are the citizens within that state that deserve governance, that deserve to be led, not to be witnessing all this rancor. And also, there are young people who we're trying to attract into politics. And this, for me, is also, for me, is beyond their political games. I just don't even want to see it at all.
I love what you're saying because what is going to happen is the youth will just start
Yeah.
to jackpot.
Exactly.
Because there's no hope
Yeah.
for them. The politicians are showing them that there is no hope.
Yes, it's totally irresponsible.
I look at there's this text that Dolapo just put there. Ogoni youth embark on solidarity march in support of Rivers State governor.
That's what they use young people for. Come out and rear, come and walk, carry banner.
Their
start walking around.
allowances, Nima, I don't know where you got the information from. Everything I've checked online, their allowances and their salaries were not
Their
withheld.
emolument was withheld, and that's why the lawmakers is in the news.
That's why they left. That's why they're the gambling.
That they had a crisis over the issue. I'm just saying that you too, that you want your house in order, you want your state in control.
Play the politics the way you
Play
please.
the politics that got you in office.
They have to wrap up. Unfortunately, that's
That
all
time
we
be
can
shouting
take
in the newspapers.
today's show, but we wish them the best in River State. That's all we can take. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.